So we are an environmental and life sciences pathway designee, and we want everyone to feel like they're having an individual education experience. They will actually be able to do research and field work. There's an app that geolocates where you are, so it's not just saying, yeah, no, really, I'm working.
Thank you so much for taking a few minutes out of your busy day to join us for a brief check-in on career in college coursework at BMR. And so joining me today is our high school principal, the fabulous Ms. Jill Fowlis, who's going to take some time to walk us through some of our new courses and pathways for next year.
Really exciting that only about 25% of the high schools in Massachusetts actually are a DESE Innovative Career Pathways designee. So we are an environmental and life sciences pathway designee. It means that there is required courses that your student will have to take, or students out there will take, and that includes also higher level classes. But one of the things that the pathway wants to do is not deter any student who might not think that they can do the advanced coursework. But we've also looked at a number of other career cluster pathways.
Before we jump into the weeds here, can you just kind of share a little bit about like the why? Because when you arrived at BMR, there was some career stuff happening, but you and your team have really put the pedal to the floor.
So we've been intentionally looking at answering the question, how do we do high school differently? That dreaded C word of COVID actually really gave us an opportunity to look at how high school is structured and wanting to have that intentionality be for the individual student. We heard feedback from kids like, I don't really want to take this elective, it's the only one that fit into my schedule, and I don't really know what I'm looking forward to doing. Or you have the extreme where you have the kids who are super focused and know, nope, I'm going to go in the medical field, I know exactly what I'm doing after school, I'm going to go to law school, this is my 10-year plan. So we wanted to hit both of those. We've done that in asking students, what courses are you interested in taking? What do you really like? And some of the new courses actually came right from that survey. We also looked at what other schools were doing, and the career path is really very important. It's clustering your learning around something that you're interested in. That will end with an internship opportunity for our students, and hopefully looking at having that grow into maybe even potential job opportunities for our students as well. So we were looking at the lens of how do we do things differently? How do we make things relevant and more meaningful? Because if you're not looking forward to going to school, you're not going to do well and you're not going to be engaged. And we want everyone to feel like they're having an individual education experience.
And you've gone about it in a way that's really quite intentional as far as laying out the different courses that would essentially build up through a particular pathway and then expanding the ones that were here when you started.
Which is part of the reason why, and I'm going to start with, we have on our website, if you go to our main high school website, we've got a button that'll take you to our career pathways. And if you scroll down to our career pathways, you'll see the environmental and life sciences pathway, which is where our DESE designation came in. You'll see we have 5 different pathways added here. Our life sciences and biomedical science will actually be partnered together. We have our public service and education, our manufacturing engineering, and our visual and performing arts. So if we take a look at our environmental and life sciences pathway, you're actually going to see that our classes that we have are all classes that we've offered already before.
Sure.
Most students will take already environmental science in 9th grade and biology in 10th grade. So even if you're not wanting to come into the pathway as a 9th grader, we've got multiple opportunities for you to come in. The other piece is the PLTW biomedical science, which is one of the courses that is considered an advanced course. It's not an advanced course, it's an AP course. So if you're a student who is a little concerned about taking AP because of what that might mean, this is the class that you would really want to take. We have the biomedical science and also the human body systems, which is previously known as anatomy and physiology. We've just renamed that. We also have QCC as an option. Our students can take related classes, and one of the ones that we have QCC sociology up here, but we also have QCC psychology.
Quinsigamond Community College?
Yes.
So the kids can take college courses
Right.
as well?
So
Yeah,
you would
BMR.
actually take the course. We would have a cohort of students, and you'll graduate with 2 transcripts. So you'll graduate with our BMR transcript, but you'll also have the 3 credits free of charge, minus paying for textbook, but with no cost to you because we are able to use grant money to run the program.
Like that dual
yes,
enrollment
to
piece.
run that. And you can take that because it's asynchronous. You can take that all within the confines of our of our school. And then you also have the other pieces of the AP classes that we run and we offer regardless of whether you're in the pathway or not. And so here we've got a recommended sequence for you. So you've got environmental science, we've got biology and the biomedical science. You could add in here AP biology or the human body systems, which is anatomy and physiology. And then what we're talking about, and is really very important, is the capstone project and the internship.
Now, what does that mean, a capstone project?
So what we'll be offering, not this year coming up, not the 25-26 school year, but 26-27, they will actually be able to do research and field work and be able to present that in a way. We'll have like a community night, so the students will be able to share with what they're doing. We will align this capstone with our portrait of a graduate, and so the students will be able to look and see all of the different pieces that they've learned and how that has enhanced their learning throughout their 4 years.
And that portrait of a graduate, that's really our promise to our community, that all of our students will meet those 5 C's.
Those 5 C's.
Communication, critical thinking, citizenship,
Collaboration and character. Yes.
Very good.
Yep.
I was getting a little nervous. I might miss one of those.
You got them.
All
You
right,
got them all. You got them all. And so we're going to be looking next is our manufacturing and engineering. Now, I will just say, regardless of whether we have this designation from DESE, we're still going to be looking at having this pathway as an option. So this
is the next one we're looking
This is the
at.
next one for getting
Okay.
an actual DESE designation, but we're already going to be looking in this and looking at our manufacturing and our engineering piece. This principles of engineering design and the principles of engineering are part of the PLTW course that I mentioned with the biomedical pathway. We have teachers who are trained in this. It's a great opportunity for also staff to collaborate with other schools. They've got an online chat presence. We're hoping to be able to also to add to this pathway. So you'll see a little coming soon, computer integrated manufacturing. And it's not just looking at the AP piece. This is a hands-on learning opportunity.
And I have to imagine, for those that are interested, that Project Lead the Way, computer integrated manufacturing, there's got to be some AI
And
work
CAD,
happening,
yep,
right?
that's where you're going to get
and
into
all
the
that.
CAD
Okay.
building and all of that piece. So here's where we got
Interesting.
our sequencing. This is where we would build out. So if you're already currently in the high school and say you're a junior, you're not going to necessarily have this pathway as clean. And you might have had this, oh, I had this in my sophomore year. Oh, I haven't taken this yet. For our class of 2029, our 8th graders coming in to be 9th grade, this would be the pathway that we're recommending. That you take the introduction to engineering design, you take manufacturing 1 and 2. We are going to offer the OSHA certification as well, so that will be a life skill that you'll be able to leave with that certified wide. The principles of engineering and advanced robotics. There's a lot of heavy robotics in the the principles of engineering as well, and then looking at that as your opportunity to then springboard to capstone and also doing an internship. And we've had students do internships even within the confines of the classroom in our school, but also being able to look elsewhere. So the student is going to completely design the class for themselves. What is the learning that I still need to do? How am I going to present that information? Who are the people that I need to go speak to? The career specialists, the people who are in the field. And then what does that mean to my learning and where I want to go? One of our pathways that we wanted to focus on is our public service and education pathway. Not only having law and government, and that pairs with the opportunity of having careers in law enforcement that we had during Charger time that we were able to make connections for, and careers in firefighting and EMT. But we also have the close connection that we already have established with our elementary school and our middle school. So we have, since I've been here, have sent a number of student interns to the elementary school. And we have the ability to already create that pathway. We've solidified that, again, intentionally for next year. So one of the new classes that we're adding is actually Human Child Development 2. Human Child Development 1 takes you from, birth through age 2. Child Development 2 will take age 2 to right around the adolescent. And we're going to actually change our psychology class. So we've got a regular intro to psychology, and our second psychology is going to be adolescent psychology. So one of the things, the connection here with specifically the education would be the opportunity to be a teaching assistant. Whether that be a teaching assistant at the high school level, or whether you're going to be working with a middle school or in our MES with our littlest learners, having that opportunity to see if education and future teaching is what we're looking for. You can find out more about visual arts and performing arts. We've got a great program, very popular electives. We wanted to build that out. And if you are able to complete each of the pathways, you will be recognized at graduation.
How do we sign up for these classes? Like, how does this work? Because I think we're scheduling now, right?
Yes.
Or in the process of?
We've done scheduling. It's not too late to change scheduling. So you want to go to our website, and right in the middle under the pictures that are sliding, you've got guidance and you've got pathways. So if you click the pathways button here, you're going to see the exact same presentation and the exact same slides that I have. Another piece that I'd like you to look at, for those of you who haven't looked at a course catalog in a long time, is you click on the counseling page, and on the side you've got the course counseling scheduling. This is going to give you all the tips and tricks. So we've got a cheat sheet, which is a one-pager that's going to give you all of the classes that we have offered. And then you've also got a scheduling slideshow that I offered that we presented to the incoming class of 2030, if you can believe that, 2030. So if you would like to know anything that is happening in here, you could check out the slideshow talking about the portrait of a graduate. You don't have my voice on there, but it's going to be able to show you all of the core requirements, what your schedule should kind of look like. Our opportunities. We do, for a small school, offer over 50 electives.
That's incredible. If I'm a parent and I know this never happens, I have a 16-year-old who, doesn't want to share with me what he's signing up for courses for next year, but how do I do that? Like, if I'm kind of in the dark as a parent, how would I get information if my 16-year-old's not sharing it?
You can contact your guidance counselor. Okay. That is probably the best way. That's a step one to find out what the interest is and where they're going. Now, we did send the information in the course catalog home to all parents.
Oh, it did
earlier.
Come home.
It did come home in an email. That was back right around February vacation. So if you were already in February vacation mode, you can also go to the website here and check out the program of studies. But when in doubt, call your counselor and say, can we sit down and have a conversation? We would gladly do that in person. We can even do it virtually and, strong arm and have your kid in there.
And if I don't know who my child's counselor is, just call the high school.
Yep, it's also on the website, so you can check to see who they are. I would be remiss if I didn't mention one other thing that we've been working on since we were talking about there you go. We've been talking about the career piece. We've been looking at our students who, some of them really, high school has been a challenge. That's been one demographic, but also another one that are really focused on knowing what they would like to do. So we've kind of run both ends of the spectrum. And with that, we have not only offered a fourth quarter internship, which again, first thing today, we've offered for our seniors. We've got close to 30 seniors who are participating in a fourth quarter internship and are out getting job experience. We also have a full second semester internship, which means you've met all of your graduation requirements prior to the end of January. You're then going to be able to do 20 weeks of an internship. That comes with a number of different things. You still have coursework that you need to do, reflections on all this. There's an app that geolocates where you are, so it's not just saying, really, I'm working. But we have that connectivity, and we have 3 students who are piloting that right now, and they are killing it, and they're just doing a great job. They're super excited. They're willing to come back and talk to our students.
I think, again, to our families and friends who are tuning in, you can clearly hear and see the incredible work that the high school has been doing to lay out all of these different courses, lay out all of these different pathways for our students so that we truly are trying to meet the need and can meet the need of all of the students who are blessing us, frankly, by entering our halls and walking our halls every day. If you have questions for your child's guidance counselor, you can find out who that is right on the website. And I do know that you obviously at any time can reach out to Ms. Fowlis, can reach out to me. Thank you. I know you're very busy. I appreciate you taking the time to sit down and go through all of this.
No, this is great, and we're really proud of it. There is lots of hours behind this, and this is something. I mean, you and I talked about this 2 years ago.
Oh yeah.
So this has been a long time coming, but we wanted to do it right, and we're there, and so we're really excited.
And it certainly looks like we have. So thank you for your commitment
Thanks.
and dedication to this.
Cool.
All right. Thanks so much.